Alright, I am back with another Destiny 2 video. We are about to go through what is one of the latest TWABs I think I've ever seen. They seem to say some sort of technical problem delayed it. Don't know what that's about. A lot of technical problems going on lately. There was a big hotfix earlier today to fix a bunch of things, and now Gambit is broken. I don't know how long I'll keep doing like a weekly TWAB read. I guess it kind of depends on, eventually they're going to stop containing probably too much information as we move deeper into the season here. But we will, I think we're so close enough where they probably should still have some good stuff. And I have not read this one, so maybe this is nothing, but I don't know. It took long enough to get here, so I'm kind of assuming there's something. All right, this week at Bungie, we are celebrating World First, talking raid stats, and showing off a new weapon rotation for Trials and Iron Banner. Guardians have been diving into the Witch Queen and Season of the Risen, and discovering a wealth of new story content and lore to dig into that makes us cry. Despite some server issues and a few hiccups in game, the latest step of the ever-evolving story of Destiny has been a wild one. We are far from done when it comes to making it even better. From the seasonal quest continuing towards its own conclusion, to a new hotfix going live today full of bug fixes, there are a lot of reasons to dive in. Because of that, we wanted to talk about some of the different weapons coming to Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner, returning maps making their way downtown, or to the Crucible, and talk about what issues have been addressed, linked to patch notes, and what's still on the docket. Yeah, I'm curious about the still on the docket one. But first, art. In case you missed it, we shared a ton of never-before-seen artwork from many talented devs here at Bungie. If you're a lore enthusiast, you should definitely check it out and not miss out. Maybe there are even some cool things to uncover for what's next, or a fresh perspective about the Destiny 2 experience thus far. Or maybe not. I guess you'll just have to check it out right here to see for yourself after the TWAB. Yeah, so I have looked at this. This is like something I did with ArtStation. This is actually really cool. So I don't want to gloss over this, but like really, really great art here. A lot of conceptual work on like the Witness and the Disciple, Rolk and all that stuff. So I highly recommend going through this entire thing. It's really good. I didn't like glimpse at what exactly is quote unquote next, but I should probably go through it slower and find out. But yeah, really good stuff in there. Do check that out. So this is the raid race thing. I feel like we covered this at a certain point. Elysium 1. And okay, so here's the stats. This is what I'm curious to see. For those interested, we've got a few stats to share from the first 48 hours of a brutally challenging contest mode, including record-breaking numbers for Guardian participation. I wondered if this would be. I figured it would, but yeah, okay. The Disciple 48-hour raid stats. Total players entered the raid, 546,000. Players that cleared acquisition, 270,000. Wait, so is this saying only half the people that entered essentially cleared acquisition? That's amazing. Okay. I mean, it's hard, don't get me wrong, but that's really interesting. Players that cleared Caretaker, 131,000. Players that cleared Exhibition, 80,000. Unique players that cleared the full raid, 32,000 in 48 hours. So out of 546,000, only 32,000 cleared it. I don't know what the other stats are for the other raids, but that seems pretty good. We're pretty rarefied air there to a certain extent. I think this is more day one completions. Actually, well, this is kind of cheating because it's 48 hours, but I think this is more than DSC. I don't have those numbers off the top of my head. Total enemy defeats, is that million or billion? I think it's billion. 1 billion. Total Guardian deaths, 70 million. Total hours spent in Vow of the Disciple contest mode, 4.2 million. That's a lot of emblems. You will get a raid complete email on Tuesday, March 15th. And then that is also the last day you can beat the raid to get your jacket. So this is talking about the technical problems and why they decided to extend it for 24 hours. But it's, I don't know. I think they did kind of the best with what they could do there. And I get that some people wanted to run in normal mode on Sunday, but given how kind of screwed up it got, I think that was the right decision. I think in the future maybe a toggle would be better. I doubt that was something they could implement on the fly, but we'll see. Okay, so I've heard about this new scout rifle. Some people saved Trials engrams. I thought I was saving Trials engrams. I didn't realize that Saint would just dump all my old Trials engrams. I didn't realize I actually had to have them in my inventory. So I lost all the Trials engrams I was saving. Not great. New season means good excuse to add some new incentives for PvP activities like Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris. We've added a few new weapons for players to earn. There's also a shiny new legendary scout rifle for players to earn in Trials of Osiris to make PvP dad proud. Who wouldn't want to make Shax proud? Come on. Isn't it Saint for Trials? Alongside a favorite auto rifle. So it's returning this Friday. All 6 weapons in the upcoming Trials tool will have Alacrity and 1 Quiet Moment origin traits. Alacrity increases the reload, stability, aim assist, and range when running solo or as the last Guardian standing, which if you're like me and not the best PvP player is a nice bit of help, no shame. 1 Quiet Moment grants players increased reload speed when out of combat. So I like this because 1 Quiet Moment's like whatever, but this is cool for like increased stats across the board when running solo. Obviously that has big implications beyond PvP. There's a lot of content you can run solo, obviously, and for like, this would have been useful in like a solo legendary attempt of the campaign, or if you're doing like a solo dungeon or something like that. So I like that as an origin trait that works for both PvP and PvE. So this is Aisha's Embrace, the scout rifle to 60 RPM. It has both triple tap and 4th time, so tons of ammo, tunnel vision, multi-kill clip, pretty standard. Auto rifle, there's no name. This is the Summoner. This returning classic has some less popular perks trimmed from its pool, replaced by new favorites like Heating Up and Focused Fury. Focused Fury is the one where if you get half the magazine as crits, it gives you bonus damage. I haven't loved that perk yet. And then they don't say this here, but I know other weapons are getting new perks. Like you can get a Shuria's now with something good. I can't remember what it is. People were getting it, but some sort of good perk you can get on Shuria's now. And it's also really good because it's void. That is going to come to me later, probably. Iron Banner. Iron Banner will return to light those flames next Tuesday. Here's what wolves can look forward to. All 6 weapons in the Iron Banner pool will have the Skulking Wolf trait, which activates during the hunt with enhanced radar and removal from enemy radar when you land those epic final blows with it. I think that's on precision damage. All returning Iron Banner weapons will have updated perk pools, including new perks from the current season. There's a new hand cannon, Frontier's Cry. It's a really weird looking hand cannon. Has some fun perks, including steady hands and compulsive reloader, plus Iron Reach to let it extend the range available to most precision hand cannons. And it's a 180. Sword, Vortex Frame. Another Vortex Frame. Okay. The first Void Vortex Frame sword in a while. The original is obviously Flying Guillotine. This has some potent perk combinations like Wellspring or Unrelenting combined with Chain Reaction. Okay, so this is another Vortex that can get Chain Reaction. We just had one of those with whatever the last Vortex was. Was that Vortex? Have we ever had a Vortex with Chain Reaction? I can't remember. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget the Eternity and Vostok maps have returned. We also have a new map coming up on the horizon, but we're not quite ready to talk about that yet. Patience on Grasshopper, we'll be talking about this at a later date. So I think that's for next season. Next season is also getting an Iron Banner rewards, rank, whatever rework, like Trials did. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, so this is about the hotfix today. And are they going to list everything? Yeah, let's go through this because I kind of wanted to touch on what was changed and not changed in the hotfix. So here's the hotfix. Players are no longer blocked interacting with armor or weapon sockets until the rest of the UI fully loads in. That's good. That was kind of annoying. Weapon telemetries were still attainable. Yeah, I kept getting those for some reason. Don't know why. Glaive mods were unable to be attained. So for me, these seem pretty rare. I was like playing all afternoon and I only got one. I think I got Glaive Reloader or something. I'm not sure how many of those there are, but they don't seem to drop with like every legendary drop, certainly. Gambit engram focusing was more expensive than intended. Players who did not claim rewards from Finch were not receiving rewards for multiple completions of Wellspring. I didn't check to see if they put Deep Sight chests, Deep Sight Tier 3 back in. I didn't hear anything about that. I don't think they did. Ascendant Alloy update. So what they did is you could buy 2 for 400 shards today from Rahul, and then hopefully he's not going to screw up next week again. So this should be like, quote unquote, catching us up to the lost weeks. And we got technically 1 for free, not like the most generous apology gift in the world, but I mean, it's something. So that's, whatever. Daylight savings. No, I hate when they change it to be 1 p.m. my time. I really like it at noon. You can change your Bungie name today for the first time. A lot of people are rushing out to do that. Contest mode extension. You will get the emblem at a later date. Known issues. Okay. The Lorelei Splendor Exotic Titan Helm consumes ability energy on death. So they didn't even do the full hotfix notes. They didn't say like the red frame. So they did buff rates in Wellspring. I would say between 6 and 10 runs of Wellspring, you could get your 2 frames for the auto rifle. If you did more than that, these are normal runs. I would not do Master if you're looking for frames. I do not think the rate increases are worth it. This Master is a freaking nightmare with random sometimes, and the normal mode is very easy. So I think if you play on one character, the Mercy rule kicks in faster, I'm pretty sure. So it is noticeably better. I did get my 2 auto rifles today. I did not play that much of it. I literally think I played 12 total or something like that. So they did fix that. I don't know why that's not listed, but all right. The Lorelei Splendor Exotic Titan Helm consumes ability energy on death. So yeah, True Vanguard brought this up on Twitter the other day, where he was saying like, because they changed it so it consumes your class ability to spawn a sunspot, then you would get hit, and then if there was a slight delay, you would spawn your sunspot and then instantly die, and then there'd just be a sunspot there where you were dead, which does nothing for you. I don't know why they nerfed that anyway. That was like, this went from being like a really good, I wouldn't say broken, but just a really good helmet, to being really awful, and I don't know why they did that. Maybe if they change this, it'll be better, but I don't like that. Grenade launchers, incorrect rate of fire. Dreaming tokens for Wish Ender quests can't be dismantled. Okay. Players who create a new character may not receive all subclass quests if an existing character has completed them. That's not great. Players may see -1 unlock availability for artifact mods. Okay. Star Jasmine, exotic ship, and Hunter's Resonant Fury, Hunter's Strides have the same lore tab. Okay. Valve the Disciple carries are not probably recorded on stat trackers. Okay, so I was really hoping that they would address something about the crafting economy in this TWAB, because that has been, of all the positive feedback about how great Witch Queen is in all these different ways, the crafting economy remains, like, I know it's not like a known bug or something, but like the crafting economy remains really bad on a number of levels. I'm not going to go through it again here because I've done at least one video and probably 2 articles about it. We'll continue to talk about it, I'm sure, but the currency caps, the storing things in your vaults to like decrypt later, and like it's not very good. So the one thing that was fixed was the patterns on at least the Wellspring weapons, but again, True Vanguard posted about something today where if you have maxed currency caps, which I mean, I think it means if you have maxed all the materials you're about to get back, including neutral element, if you decrypt something that's supposed to give you a pattern, it will not give you a pattern. He said he did that on one of his raid weapons, which would be very irritating, and it did not give him anything. So just be aware of that. Always make sure you have some free materials to spend, even if it's just neutral element. You can spend those by just changing any perk on any gun. So try that. And so we are just in movies of the week and arts of the week. This was really funny. I love this. Sorry for light mode. That's really good. Okay. And then they were talking about, this is the Ukraine emblem they announced earlier. This is the Ukraine emblem code. They are giving these away for free to support Ukraine, and they are doing game to give charity stuff, or they're donating proceeds they already made from to the humanitarian efforts for the war. So that is very good. And that's it. So until next time, stay kind and keep those new raid memes coming. I should go. Just going to sign off all of that with every time with a Mass Effect quote. Okay, so that wasn't like the biggest job in the world. It was mostly just to look at the new weapons. The big thing today was the hotfix, to be sure, and I don't know. I wish maybe they were talking a little bit more about future changes they were going to make to things this season. They did not mention at all that the hotfix has totally broken Gambit, where like one paracausal shot from Hawkmoon or a single body shot from Ariana's Vow will auto-kill any invader, because they messed up something with PvP and PvE balancing, where they were trying to disable PvP power levels, but that made a bunch of weapons a lot stronger against invaders than normal. And yeah, so that's not great. And Gambit is not in the best state already, so that's not ideal. Anyway, that was not like a crazy blockbuster one. I don't know what delayed it or what was that about, but whatever. Anyway, go claim your free emblem there. I am going to run a couple story missions for some alloy, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I think Tarnation's back, and once I get one more Tarnation, I can finally make my exotic glaive, which I've been waiting to do since this expansion launched, but I've been hung up on that one step that we needed those 2 weapon crafts. I've already crafted the bow, which needed 3 frames, and I've already gotten 2 snipers, too, out of 3. I'm almost done getting the patterns for pretty much everything. I think I have the pulse and auto and bow left from Risen, and I think I only need 1 of each of those, and then I've got all the other ones crafted. And then I am going to see if I can run the raid for the first time this weekend, but we will see if that comes together with my friends or not. But really, really want those weapons. Sounds like the raid weapons, from what I've seen with their perk combinations, are best in class in many, many different slots, which is, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's very good to see the raid weapons that powerful again, but I definitely feel like I'm missing out if I don't at least grab some of those. So anyway, thanks for watching this very late TWAB video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.